Hi, everybody. Welcome back to That Eurovision site. We are still continuing on with artists that could potentially go to Eurovision this year in Basel. And this time I'm heading over to Denmark and I'm speaking with Adel the Second, who is participating with the Unluckiest Boy Alive. How are you doing, Adel?
I'm great. Thanks, Tim, and thanks for having me.
Okay, let's start this off with a bit of an icebreaker because
Mhm.
not even a minute, we've just started talking. So, one thing I ask everyone is like, what's one thing about yourself that not many people would know about?
They don't know that I am. Oh, I was about to say something weird. No, what don't they know? I write my own songs. I'm very proud of that, and I know some people do in Eurovision, some people don't, and everything is great. We just want a great song, but I am proud that I wrote all the lyrics by myself.
That that's quite an achievement. Only like a small percentage people would have on when participating in Eurovision and obviously national selection. So it's
Yeah,
actually quite nice. Okay, then. So obviously you're here because you're you're one of the lucky few who is participating in Dansk Melodi
yeah,
Grand Prix this year and could
yeah.
potentially represent Denmark. I just wanted to ask, how does that sit with you out of all the maybe hundreds of applications the Danish broadcasters receive? And you're one of the lucky ones to make it through to the final.
It feels great, and I'm trying to focus on that because it is a competition, and it hit me very late, like on the day it was announced that shit, this is a competition. So I'm trying to focus on all the ways I've already won, because that sort of like calms my nerves, and to be already chosen feels great. And I try to focus on that because I am also very focused on, I want to do the biggest show, right? So I do want to win, but already being here feels great. Yeah,
hmm I mean, it's like I'm guessing this is one of the, if not the biggest gig you've ever done, I'm guessing.
it is. This is my debut. I've sung in a church once, and I've sung at an award show, a cover of Tina Turner in front of like 400 people. That was the most. So now it's like, I think, 7,000 and a million viewers or something. So by far and large, this is the biggest.
hmm All right. And I mean, good luck to you because obviously it's such a big stage and, for a debut as well.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Okay, then. So let's move on to the competition itself. The
Mm,
Unluckiest Boy Alive. I mean, you
mm.
already mentioned that you co-wrote you've done all the lyrics. I just wanted to ask you, what's the song about and, the creative process and what message you wanted to send with your entry.
Yeah, many things to say. I don't like intentionally. Well, like, let me start over. Yeah, so it is based on like me and my little feelings, and they can be, or have been. I wrote it a couple of years ago, and certainly
Mhm.
then, but even now, sometimes I've struggled with some loneliness and sadness, and maybe not always enjoying life and struggling with finding meaning. I don't think that's particularly special to me. Many people probably struggle with that, but it's been rough from time to time, right? So, but then I sit down at my piano in my parents' home, came up with the piano part, and then I just remembered this idea I had of like the unluckiest boy alive, and that was, I think, the right way to approach my feelings, like with an ironic distance and a, you know a sarcastic approach, because I'm not trying to convince anyone. I don't believe myself that I'm the unluckiest boy alive, but I do think maybe people sometimes feel like, just for a moment, that of all the problems in the universe, mine are the worst, and then we catch up and like, no, that's not true. But I hope people can recognize that. Otherwise, it's very embarrassing for me to admit that I feel like that sometimes, just for a moment. But that's where it came from, and yeah, my message, if you will.
Okay. So I mean, you said this was your debut single, so it's like, how how long did it take you to? I mean, you said maybe took like what, couple of years to get to
Mhm.
this point. Like how long did it take to actually complete the song?
I found in my voice memos on my phone, I use that app a lot. Like the first memo was from February 5th, 2022. And so a year later, I brought it to the producer I work with, Søren Christensen, played him a
Mm,
bunch of different things. He latched onto this one. So we made the demo in 2023. And about a year later, we were about to, finish it up, like the finished version. So it wasn't like completely done until this December, but it's been around for a while, right?
and it got you where it got you to one of your biggest launching pads ever.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
and as well, I produced like a performance video, like a full choreography
Hmm.
that will be the music video that will be out in like a week or two because we're gonna re-edit it because I did the music video in 2023. But
Hmm.
anyway, I sent that video along. I approached DR, the Danish BBC public service station equivalent.
Hmm.
I sent them my song and I sent the video, and it was really like the package deal. They wanted me, but they also wanted like the full choreography performance.
Hmm.
So, so that combined got me the gig.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. Okay, then
Mm.
so look, I mean, I'm guessing my next question to you was how the preparation's going for Dansk Melodi Grand Prix, but it seems that you've given me some sort of hints already what we can expect on stage.
Yeah, there's we've already done like the this past weekend we had sound rehearsals and choreography
Hmm.
rehearsals, but even before that I had some choreography rehearsals to make the new choreography because the music video and the live show will be different.
Hmm.
So we're kind of done with that. Now we're just waiting to go to Herning where it will be held.
Hmm.
So now it's just like a personal training, running around in place while singing, trying to keep up my stamina and such.
So basically, we can expect choreo and moving around then, basically.
Yeah, like more than I think. I mean, maybe I'm forgetting, but I don't think I've seen that, at least not on the Danish stage. I
Hmm.
will be, that's why I put in a lot of work because, it is a singing competition. I don't want to be the guy running around and not being able to sing the song because I want to
Hmm.
deliver the vocals as well. But it is a performance. I'm very inspired by like the performers that also,
Hmm.
yeah, uh, perform in like a choreography and dance kind of way, like all the big ones.
Ooh, and I can't wait to see that come March 1st. Obviously, we touched a bit earlier on that this is your day, like you're basically a launch pad. Can I just ask you, like, how important is shows like Dance Melody Grand Prix for you as an independent artist to basically, try and gain some exposure and, not even national audience, even international, possibly.
It means so much that I'm trying to find ways to calm my tits about not thinking about it because I am an independent artist and I was about I've struggled a bit. I've always gotten into meetings with labels and managers, but it's always been something like maybe I didn't have a following yet, or I wasn't popping off on TikTok, all these things. So I've gotten in the door, but never fully. So I was at a stage where I was just gonna release my music independently because I couldn't wait anymore. And so I decided to try this to get a big push. So I am here to like that's one of the reasons I am here to hopefully figure out if there's someone who likes the music that I make and if I can find an audience and if there's even a space for me, which I'd like to believe there is.
Hmm.
But I'm here to find that out. And then also as an independent up and coming artist, I wouldn't be able to put on the kind of show I want to put on in a 100 people venue because I am inspired by like the big performances.
Hmm.
So I'm getting the chance to like off the bat show what kind of show I would put on if
Hmm.
given the opportunity again. So
Yeah.
it means everything to me, and I do feel a bit like an underdog coming in on my own without a big team, but that's also exciting.
It's you just going with the flow and then see where it ends up, basically.
Yeah, trying to find a win
Hmm.
in all the aspects, but I do want the big win as well.
Yeah. Okay then. All right then. So moving on to my final sets of question. Obviously, we're here
Yeah.
because of Eurovision.
Yeah.
Um, what's your go-to Eurovision song?
Well, my go-to is gonna be so basic, Loreen Euphoria. But just because, it works in the context of Eurovision, but also outside, like
Yeah.
parties at the clubs. But I grew up in like an ABBA household, so Waterloo is, well, it's a banger. It is a banger and a half. But also Celine Dion's actually, we also listened to her a lot growing up. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
try to pronounce it, but I do like it. So
Ne parti pas sans moi.
yeah, yeah, that one. Those are my choices, but like it's kind of basic choosing three of the
Hmm.
biggest. But I'm hoping to be one of the crossovers. But everyone's hoping that. But
Yeah. Okay, then. So, another question that I had is obviously, you're in the final batch of artists that could potentially go to Basel. What would it mean to you as an artist if you win that, win the Danish ticket for May?
oh yeah, if I get to go to Basel, it wouldn't mean, well, it would hopefully mean that I get to confirm to myself that there is someone who likes my music and that I should keep on going. It would be,
Hmm.
I really feel like at the moment, just on a personal level, I could use a push. I could use a little win.
Hmm.
So to go to Basel would just mean the opportunity to hopefully connect with many more Eurovision fans and deliver my show that I'm proud of, and hopefully more people will connect with it because it is nice. I'd like a trophy. I've never won anything. I wasn't very athletic, but beyond that, what I really want is just
Hmm.
connection and someone to see me
Hmm.
and hopefully to
Yeah.
listen to the next song or the next one after that.
Hmm. Looking at the experience you had, obviously, it seems that you've been quite on a long journey to get to where you are right now, even, just getting your foot on the door. What was the
Mm.
one thing that you've learned from all of this that you'll take with you after DMGP, whether or not you get the ticket?
What I've learned specifically from like the Dansk Melodi Grand Prix, our preliminary, is definitely some kind of strength and a sense of like, I don't know, you do get to feel kind of unfuckwittable in some ways because um, it's so nerve wracking
Hmm.
doing all these things, and I'm going into every meeting on my own, and I see the other artists having like managers and stuff, so I'm on my own, but that gives me strength as well. But just knowing I've done all these things that are quite uncomfortable, even though I want it, I want it, but that doesn't change that it's kind of nerve wracking. But knowing that I've done that and held my own, I don't know, hopefully give me some confidence, like down the line in other situations. Like it probably couldn't get this nerve wracking again.
Hmm.
Hoping.
Okay, then. So my final question to you is, let's fast forward. It's March 1st, you're in the arena, you're performing your entry to Denmark and to those watching outside of Denmark. What message did you want to send to the viewers with your performance, with the show that you're about to give them?
That I am bit of a package. I'm not great in all areas. I'm not the greatest in all areas, but I can write decently. I can sing decently. I can perform. So, I'm more than just the one thing, and I hope they see that I put in effort and I want to entertain and I want to put on a show. So I'm doing it for me, but I also want the worst thing in the world for me is to be bored. So I hope they take away with at least just having been entertained. That's
Hmm.
my goal.
Yeah, and I hope that you achieve what you want out of participating in Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. So, Adel,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much,
so
Ted.
much for taking the time to talk to me. But before I go, is there anything you want to say to the Euro fans? Because you're a new face to them. So
Mm.
I don't know if you wanted to give them a little greeting or, some
I
say something.
Yeah, for sure. I'd just like to say hi, by the way. Thanks for letting me in. Everyone's been so warm and welcoming, and it's so nice also the people who are following, even the Dansk Melodi Grand Prix from Poland and wherever. That I
Mm.
just remembered one Polish person reaching out. It's so nice. But and I hope you'll perhaps be curious enough to watch the performance on YouTube or wherever it will be after it's been out, because I
Mm.
hope someone will follow along on the journey. That would be so nice. And I hope to meet you.
Oh, if you end up getting the ticket, then you might how do I say this? Eurovision artists promote their entry all over Europe in the lead up to Eurovision. So work if you work hard and you get the ticket, who knows?
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've like that'll off. I'll figure that out if I do win. But if I do win, I am thinking, how do I get to those shows? Who do I get invited? But we'll see if I win and if I don't. Logistics.
Okay then. Well, thank you so much once again. Adel the Second will be participating in Dansk Melodi Grand Prix 2025 on March 1st with the Unluckiest Boy Alive. Good luck and wish you the best for the competition next month.
Thank you so much for having me, Tim. It was a pleasure.